Hello everybody, welcome and welcome back. Today is Sideboard Sunday number 2. So, if this is your first time stopping by, I am just going to talk about a deck that I really enjoy playing in the standard. And at the very end, we're going to go over the FNM report for my RCQ season deck. So without further ado, today's topic is Azorius Tokens. But we are going to be focusing on the Invasion of Segovia version, because I think this is the best one. So first of all, if you are unfamiliar with the deck, let's just talk about some of the ideal curves. Say you're on the play. If you go something like Skrell, into the Bunicorn, into the Invasion of Segovia, you are putting 1, 2, 3, plus the 2 tokens, so 5 permanents on the field. You have a 5/5 2-drop, and a 1-drop that can pay 2 life to force your Regal Bunicorn through blockers to flip the invasion. And why do you want to flip the invasion so badly? It gives all your non-creature spells Convoke, so you can fire off Virtue of Loyalties, whether it's the Ardenvale Fealty or the just entire Virtue. You can play Emperors, you can play your Announcements, Destroy Evils, Schooners, even the Make Disappear with your creatures. So it's very powerful if you can flip this guy very early in the game and protect it with the Skrelv. Since at the end of turn, Cadus is going to untap 4 creatures, so if you tap your Skrelv to force the Regal Bunicorn through to flip it, you can untap the Skrelv and the Bunicorn, as well as, maybe the tokens you convoked the Schooner with. Deck has some insane curves that you can pull off by turn 3. I run a couple Warden of the Inner Skies in here, since we do make a lot of tokens and artifacts, whether it's with the Spyglass Siren, Wedding Announcement, Invasion of Segovia, and the Cadus, and the Virtue of Loyalty, giving us free ways to untap our creatures at the end of turn, really minimizes the, downside of tapping your creatures at sorcery speed on your turn. Because if you can do this, once or twice, fire off the Virtue of Loyalty, suddenly you have a 4/5 with Flying and Vigilance, and that is crazy for a 1-drop. If you don't have the Regal Bunicorn on turn 2, say you just have the Subterranean Schooner. If you have a 1-drop, you can crew it with one of the 1/1 tokens that the invasion makes, and you can attack in with one of these guys. If your opponent doesn't have blockers or a kill spell, that's another way to flip the Cadus on turn 3. So there is lots of potential lines for just very absurd plays early game that most opponents can't come back from. Over in the sideboard, we are running 4 Elspeth Smite for some of the aggressive matchups, and against, things like Golgari, it's really nice to be able to deal with Glissa and the Mosswood Dread Knights very cleanly. Dennick is in here to help stop any graveyard shenanigans, plus the lifelink is usually pretty nice. Pair that up with lots of +1 counters, you can get out of hand pretty fast. Disdainful Strokes are here for the Atroxas, Sunfalls, and other things like that from 5 color. Sunfall is, for other decks that can go wider than us, which is kinda crazy that some can, but it is possible, so we have Sunfall in here for the grindier matchups. And the last piece of cool tech in the sideboard is March of Swirling Mist. If you can flip the Cadus, the March is going to let you convoke the spell, which just lets you, you pay 1 blue, and you tap each of your creatures, and the spell just pays for itself. So, it's really good. If your opponent taps out for Sunfall, you leave open your 1 blue for your March, and you're all set. As for the current configuration of the mana base, I like the 2 Igonjos and the 2 Otawaras. You don't really have much in the way of legends in the deck, so they are usually played at full expense, but even so, the spells are very powerful and they always come in handy. We are running 2 Restless Anchorage just because that's what I have. I have 1 rare wildcard left, not sure if I want to spend it on a 3rd, but we might. The deck is really good, it could probably play 4 of these. But yeah, this deck is really fun. I love playing it, and you can pick up some wins really fast. And the deck has a lot of different decision trees with the early game plays, so it's very fun. So let's hop over to Gurkageddon. Yeah, over here. Yeah, so this is how I ran it during FNM, and we went 2-1 again. So this time, we're again gonna blame the loss on the deck. It was a on the draw mold of 4, but we almost went infinite. So we had a slow Gurk on the field, a sleep cursed fairy with no stun counters, and a Kami whispered hopes in the grave. The Gurk had 1 counter on it, and we had enough mana to play the cauldron, exile the Kami, put the counter on here, then we can make infinite mana. I had a Seed of Hope, which could mill 2 cards. So the only hope I had was milling Takenuma. I milled 1 land, something else. The 3rd card down was Takenuma. So if I had gotten down to the Takenuma, I could have put Takenuma into hand, and then used the infinite mana to channel Takenuma. 4 cards down was another land, so that would have given me the 3 counters, and then I had an Otawara in there as well. So that would have been the 2 channel lands. Takenuma is most likely going to hit again when you channel it after playing Gurk. So it was a very high likelihood that I could have won there, but unfortunately it just wasn't in the cards for me. We got very close though, but the deck is really fun. I'm definitely learning, how to play better with it. So yeah, still need to change this up. We're running, oh yeah, Terrace Under. We're running 1 Terrace Under over the Shield Rip. But yeah, that's just because it's like an $80 card. I don't want to spend 80 bucks on it. I'm broke. But yeah, the deck is really fun, and I can't wait for the store championships coming up. Definitely want to get those, the Lear championship promo. It'd be really cool. Oh yeah, I forgot my matchups. So going 2-1. First match was 2-0 versus Boros Equipment Nahiri's Resolve. 2-0 against Geological Appraiser Value Discover. And then 1-2 against Mono White Aggro. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.